And then came the bigger question from Rob Zombie himself. Who the hell said I spent $40 million on this? I never said that. Who said this was going to be on Peacock? Netflix gave me $10 and I spent the rest of my money to make this.
I took half to get a couple milkshakes.
Yeah. With laundry and money, no, I spent my own money on this. People went crazy. People saw this and people just being assholes, me included.
People got torches and pitchforks.
There they go, Marty. They did. Yeah, I was ready for you. That goddamn Rob. Come out of here, Rob. Put that cheap shit out of here. Double Toasted live in Las Vegas is coming up very soon and tickets are selling fast. So get your tickets now by going to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted and join us for a night of comedy, music, games, and our after party. And we'll see you there soon. You know, a lot of you were here for this. We were talking about at the time when Rob Zombie, we talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been like a long time ago before anything was ever seen. We were talking about Rob Zombie doing his version of The Munsters. That's MUNSTERS. And at first I thought, I don't know if his crazy ass should do this. Because at the time I was saying he's gonna have Herman Munster ripping off people's arms and limbs. He's gonna, Lily Munster's gonna be like some psychotic stripper. Grandpa's gonna be a dirty old man rapist. You know, because that's what Rob Zombie does.
Sure.
Rob Zombie takes things to the extremes. He's always violent. And I said, and by the way, it's not going to be set in the 60s. It's going to be set in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they'll be playing Freebird or some shit while Herman Munster's ripping somebody's intestines out. Yeah, man. Rob Zombie. I was like, I don't know if he needs to do that. And then that teaser came out. Not the trailer, but that teaser came out. And then everybody was like, wow, oh my God. The attention to detail in this teaser right here. Oh my God. Just the way they got these characters looking so much like the originals over there. You know what? Maybe he's such a fan. Obviously, this guy has love for this property.
Heard him in interviews saying how much he loves the Munsters.
I said, well, you know what? I take everything back. Oh, he's perfect for this. You know what? You go on, Rob Zombie. You go on with them.
You tell him.
You go on with them Munsters over there. Do your thing. You know, do a little something for the family. Maybe it's time for you to get off that crazy shit.
Right.
Maybe
take a break.
Yeah, maybe this is your calling right here. And then, I was like, you know what? That's what you get for speaking too soon, man. Then that trailer came out and they stripped all that black and white off, slapped that color on there. And it was like the lights came on at the end of the night at the club, and you saw just how ugly that chick is you talking to. It was like, damn. It's gonna look as cool as I thought it was gonna be, man.
Yeah.
And then came the big question from that. People saying, $40 million? Let me get this correct. $40 million for this? Where did Peacock, that streaming channel, where did Peacock get all the money to fund this? And where did all that money go? People actually accused Rob Zombie of being a criminal. They said, man, you laundering money. $39 million went to you. And $1 million went for I don't know what to what. I still don't see it.
Still not $1 million there.
And then came the bigger question from Rob Zombie himself. Who the hell said I spent $40 million on this? I never said that. Who said this was going to be on Peacock? Netflix gave me $10 and I spent the rest of my money to make this.
I took half to get a couple milkshakes.
Yeah. With laundry and money, no, I spent my own money on this. No, he says, man, all my movies that I've made put together don't even add up to $40 million. And it's going to be on Netflix. What are y'all talking about? People went crazy. People saw this and people just being assholes, me included.
People got torches and pitchforks.
There they go, Marty. They did. Yeah, I was ready for you. That goddamn Rob. Come out of here, Rob. Put that cheap shit out of here. Nah, people went crazy. And people just being assholes, man. And us included.
I'm about to say, you gotta exclude yourself.
No, us included. No.
We're people.
No, I listen, I'm going to come out right now and say I apologize to Rob Zombie for contributing to that online mob that was just making fun of this. It was a shitty thing to do because people on the internet, I accuse them of this all the time. Sitting up here talking about things that you don't know. I see people commenting all the time saying dumb shit that they don't know, but they act like they do.
Yeah. Oh, they say it with such confidence.
Yes, but we were one of those people. I was the main one. I was sitting up here making fun of this, putting it on YouTube, and I feel bad about it. You know, I really do. I'm not saying this as a joke. Especially after watching this movie, I feel even worse for doing that. And now that we've all learned a lesson.
Let's start over.
Yeah, about being fair, and keeping an open mind and not talking about something you know nothing about and just repeating what somebody else says. What is the actual movie like? Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for The Munsters.
Now we gotta get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Everybody watch this trailer.
Is the audio quality really that bad in the actual movie, or is that just for the trailer?
Netflix didn't even put their name at the end of this.
Oh, damn.
But then again, this is also coming out on Blu-ray. So this could be the trailer for that. So listen, and some of these questions I will answer that you have, Martin. But so now that we have the movie out and we have everything in its proper context and our minds are open, is this better than what we thought this would be? After understanding everything and all the misunderstandings and cleared up, is this a better film? We have open mind about it. Hell no, it's worse.
Worse?
It's worse.
How can you be worse than that?
Because that is 2 minutes long. This is 2 hours long. Damn near 2 hours. Is that 1 hour and 40 something minutes?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
So this is like taking everything you see in this trailer right here. You take that and stretch that out to almost 2 hours, and that's why it's worse.
No, I won't do that.
Well, they did it. They did. Yeah. Because I'm being kind of mean right now, and I am trying to do this for a laugh. So let me just be fair and let me come in here and not just be a dick about this. Listen, I'm gonna be cool about some things. Because I do not like coming in just being a total pessimist about something, being negative. To answer your question, when I was watching this, I did not notice the audio being that bad.
Okay.
And I would even go further, man. I respect Rob Zombie for his sincerity with this. Now, his interpretation, that's one thing, but you can definitely tell that he's having fun and he's doing something that he has his heart completely into. And I'll tell you, that actually makes the visuals a little better, man. It makes it a lot better than I thought it would be. Now, listen, there's no getting around what this looks like, because, this trailer ain't gonna lie to you. There's some parts of this that looks like a cheap-ass Nickelodeon show.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like not even Disney Plus, a Nickelodeon show, and a lot of it looks like something that your friends would have made. Like it looks like a commercial for a haunted house, a local haunted house.
Yeah.
Or the Spirit Halloween store.
Yeah. Sometimes it looks like that. There are other times where it actually looks like what it's meant to look like. It's meant to look like, it's campy, and it's purposely supposed to look like a carnival spook house.
Okay.
Rob Zombie is into 50s kitsch.
Right.
You know, Rob Zombie's into campy horror and stuff like that. Rob Zombie's into the Universal Monsters, and you know, he's also into like, you know, all that drag racing art from the 50s and whatnot.
Yeah.
So listen,
Rat Fink.
Yeah, all that Rat Fink stuff. You know, like, so when he, you know, famous Famous Monsters magazines from back in the 50s and 60s, and you know, listen. Because I can come in here and be a complete ass about this and sit up here and like, oh, this look like shit. No, some of it was intentional. I mean, if anybody looked at Rob Zombie's other videos, or I've seen some of the things that he's done in the past, like even some of the animation that he's done, you see that some of that translates into what he's doing right here. So if anybody, that's Dragula. Anybody who knows Rob Zombie knows that, all right, you know what, that this was not just being cheap, even though some of it didn't work. But when it works, it's like, okay, it is fun. I get what he's doing. Again, getting to some things I like. If I have to be serious, if I have to be honest with you, I like Herman Munster that they have here. He's played by Daniel Phillips. Man, he's likable with his goofy ass. I mean, it's really hard to, as bad as some of this is, it's really hard to hate this guy, man, because he just he's one of those goofballs who nothing gets to him. Yeah, you know, he just enjoys life. He laughs at his own jokes and everything, but goddamn, he makes me happy when he comes around.
Well, that is Herman Munster. How long does it take to get past the fact that he's not Fred Gwynn? Because Fred Gwynn was just so that character.
That's the thing. This guy and the guy that plays Grandpa, and playing Grandpa is Daniel Roebuck. Okay, so I thought it was kind of cool that Rob Zombie says, don't y'all try to mimic Fred Gwynn or the guy that played Grandpa.
Al Lewis.
Grandpa Al Lewis. Don't try to mimic them, man. You guys do your own thing. And they kind of do the whole thing. Like, Grandpa here sounds way more Jewish kind of than
that's right.
A Jew vampire. Shit, no wonder you hate crosses. And the guy that's doing Herman Munster, he really is doing kind of his own thing too. Like, he doesn't have that deep voice. He does the laugh, and it's like, all right, you know, even that's kind of goofy right there. But he, you know, he has a fun origin story that explains why he sounds like he does. Oh, yeah, he sounds like he sounds like a terrible comedian, and that's part of his origin story, like that they have for him.
Okay, so
instead
on it.
So instead of going around sounding like, he's like, I don't know if I gotta find something to wear before Lily gets here. So he sounds a little bit more whiny or something, but not in a bad way. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Now Lily Munster, that's a whole different thing. Sherry Moon Fry, who is Rob Zombie's, that's his wife, and I've liked some of the things that she's been in, but
dude, she's never been good.
She's never been an actress.
She's an attractive woman. She's his wife. You get why he casts her. She comes on, you go like, oh, she's so pretty, and then she starts acting. You're like, shit, that's nepotism in its finest form.
Hell yeah! And the thing is that okay, she got the look down, man, but the way that she plays Lily. She looked like she run around counting air numbers, or there's a fly buzzing around her head. And she got these tics. I almost want to say autistic, but I don't want to insult autistic people because it looks like she's walking around talking about carry the fire. The way she acts, those fingers are always up, and she got this little nervous tick that she does when she does it sometimes, and it just never deviates away from that, man. I have actually a clip of that. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating.
Okay, I mean, that's what I saw in the trailer, but I was like, well, that's not. Trailer can't tell me what she does in the whole movie.
Yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating, but there's just certain scenes where it's just like I said, she's doing this constantly, and it was something that was almost distracting to me because I noticed it every time she was on screen. Once it got past a certain point where she wasn't changing it up.
I can dig that. The kind.
Shall we say around midnight? Or is that too early?
It looked like she got Parkinson's or something, you know? And I do, apparently. Yeah, man. Like it's like a damn bee is buzzing around her head. Thought you were gonna start swatting and shit.
Yvonne DiCarlo didn't do that all the time.
No. I can't even let that slide, man. Because she's actually sharing scenes with other people. So, you know, when she's by herself, it's more noticeable. But when she's hanging around Grandpa or Herman, you know, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not trying to come in and hate this movie, all right? I want to be fair as possible. But the biggest problem with this is the comedy.
Yeah.
And this is a comedy.
Yeah.
You know, Rob Zombie just don't have a grasp on it, man. That's the simplest thing I can say with this. And what you saw in the trailer is what this is, man. You know, the way the comedy looked.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. Way before they get to any of those characters that we know and love, we already see what this comedy is going to be like. We already get the tone of everything. And I'm going to tell you what it feels like. At the very beginning, before Herman, Grandpa, Lily ever hit the screen, this already starts feeling like a bad stage play done by amateurs, man. Yeah, it feels like local theater.
That's what I was getting from the trailer.
That's why I say it looked like somebody made it. I didn't say it looked like a YouTube video just because of the sets. A guy can get past the sets and everything.
Yeah, I can get past a cheap production.
But the way these people are acting, it looks like community theater, man. And it don't take long to see what the humor is like. I mean, they start out with people looking at the camera, saying,
"No."
Yeah, I mean, not accidentally, but looking at the camera, saying, you know, already saying certain things to the people, like, well, I'll let it speak for itself. Let me see what we got here. See what you think about this.
Looks kind of empty. Gee, you think?
Okay, is that right there?
That is always lazy writing to have somebody say, you think?
You think, but have them look at the camera. Hey, Martin, that's lazy writing, huh? Hey, Martin, you think? Man, that's the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
That is the start right there. And that man is already telling us, get the hell out while you can. Sometimes the puns are so bad, forget dad jokes. It's like watching your dad do open mic.
Don't say that.
And he's embarrassing the shit out of you. I mean, these puns are bad. And it's not just because they do the puns, is that they linger on them because it's almost like they're proud of that. I mean, they take too long.
Yeah.
And Rob Zombie tries. The funny thing is, it's one thing to not get the comedy right, but he's trying several different types of comedy, and failing at all of them.
Oh, yeah,
he's trying to do. So with this, he's trying to do sitcom humor. He's doing a parody of the show. There are moments where this is a straight up. It's a cartoon. Like it should have been animated, maybe.
This isn't the hair of Tarzan, it's the hair of Cheetah. Okay, time to shuffle off the buffalo. Keep going.
Yeah, that shit when you speed up the camera.
Yeah.
I only like it. The only time I liked that was in that show was when somebody figured out they were monsters and ran away.
Yeah. People, this right here, it's yes, I'm feeling you. It is what you think it is.
Off the buffalo. Keep going.
This is a what the hell is this moment? Mm-hmm. And I've already been asking this question.
It's a why am I as an adult watching this?
Rob Zombie been spending all these years trying to tell us he's the Dark Lord and he's been all edgy and shit. Rob Zombie he's a silly ass man, okay? And it's just funny that all these years he's been hiding that. Rob Zombie's a goddamn fool. Rob Zombie is silly, goofy. Okay,
He just do shit in the movie.
yeah, and
Come on, I ain't no reason that should be there.
there's a lot more where that came from. Yeah, people. Rob Zombie, he's goofy as hell, and I'm gonna tell you something. I have no problem with that. I'm glad to see this man not take himself seriously, but somebody needs to help him get a hold of his silly powers. Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to help him, like, really get a grasp on comedy.
Right.
I'm so happy that this man is having fun. I mean, looking at this shit, I said maybe Herman Munsters should be murdering people, man. Maybe it should have been rated R.
That's the thing. When you laid out like, well, we thought it was going to be this, I was like, that don't sound so bad, actually.
Maybe I take it back. Maybe Rob Zombie should have been just murdering people and had gore and rape and all kind of things in this movie because he knows that. This this shit right here.
Why won't you people let me grow as an artist?
I love it. I love it that he thinks that he could put a goddamn man in a chimpanzee mask and have him do a little soft shoe and shuffle off the buffalo in fast. I'm so glad to see that he wants to do something like that. But the problem is that he has no timing or sense of delivery with his comedy.
Right.
And I'm not like I said, that's why I was really excited about him doing this, is because I really wanted to see this side of him where he was enjoying himself and cutting back and just being loose and being silly and being family friendly with it too. I support that. But the problem is that he doesn't, I don't know how he would be with something else, but with this, I don't think he really does comedy very well. As I say, he takes way too long with these jokes. He takes his sweet time with it, like this is one of the most amazing things. I mean, they have characters that come on. That's what I mean by like a dad joke, or somebody, somebody's parents wrote this and somebody who definitely doesn't have any experience with comedy, because the joke started out corny and bad. Now maybe, just maybe, we got through it quickly. It'll be like, oh, they knew what they were doing. That's funny. But they would dwell on a pun and a joke for the longest time, and it wasn't never funny at the start. So it only gets worse as it goes along.
I hear you guys eat brains.
Why, yes, I do enjoy a nicely grilled cerebellum with a side of chips. The bigger the better.
Okay.
This is a ride at Disney World or something?
No, rides at Disney World are fun.
It's like animatronic when you're going through the ride and they say something like that in the Haunted Mansion, and then you move on to the next thing.
Oh, yeah. But at least at the Haunted Mansion, he would have been done. We'd be on our way.
Exactly.
The ride would have been still moving, and we could have just got on with our that was stupid. But hey, next thing.
But yeah, he's delivering that bad joke and looking at you like, huh? Is this thing on?
Like at the ride, you would have known that it was done bad on purpose. Here, I can't tell. Shit, they proud of that shit right there.
It ain't serious.
I hear you guys eat brains.
Why, yes, I do enjoy a nicely grilled cerebellum with a side.
Yeah, nobody want to hear all that shit. I ask you a yes or no question, all right? and that's one of the good effects.
Oh, no.
The movie just doesn't have any story progression. The story here it's an origin story. It's how Lily met Herman, man, and how they got together and fell in love and became a married couple. This is before Eddie Munster or Marilyn shows up. This is also the origin story of how they left Transylvania and ended up in the suburbs. It's pretty simple. This should have been an hour and 20 minutes if they were going to make a movie.
Yeah.
It could actually be an hour-long special. It could have been the Munsters Halloween special. And it could have been an hour-long origin story.
Right, yeah, it does. From what you're telling me with the timing being off, like a skilled editor could come in and make something of it.
Yeah. But Rob Zombie, he's, again, he's having fun, but it feels like he's having fun at the viewer's expense because he's just filling the movie full of scenes that we don't need. Yeah, they're cute. And maybe if you found a way to fit into the story and make it quick, that would be awesome. But these scenes go on and on, man.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow.
That's just for the sake of something that Rob Zombie thought was cute and funny.
How many people are still alive that would even catch that Sonny and Cher reference?
See, that's the problem with this, man. That's the goddamn problem, Martin. That's exactly the problem, Martin. This could have been good for kids, but these kids are gonna be like, what the f is that? Right. It'll go like this could work for kids.
Yeah.
And if it's gonna work for kids, and so, you know what? And to be honest with you, to be completely honest, and I could see, maybe not
doing the updated references. It gets kind of.
Yeah. Now, I could see years from now, kids watching this and being like, "Oh, I remember that movie. That was really fun when I was a kid, man." I can actually see kids watching this because for the most part, it is very family friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hardly anything edgy in there. There's hardly any sex jokes, and if there are, kids, they're not gonna get it. And it's not that hard. There's no fart jokes, anything like that. So I can give them credit for that. So to this movie's credit, I could see, and even with kids not understanding some of the old references, I could see kids, 10, 20 years down the line being like, oh yeah, I watched that movie when I was a kid. It was a lot of fun. We watched it every Halloween because it is friendly enough for that. So, I can definitely give it a compliment that way. But as a grown ass man watching this now, I got things to do. I can't sit up here. I can't be watching you padding this movie out with these scenes that we don't need. They put storylines in there that they don't need. I guess they want to explain how they got the dragon in the mansion that they got. They gave an origin story to that fool, and it ain't even that good.
Oh, dang.
They went over to...
I was always curious about that dragon.
No, you weren't. Don't ever chase that dragon, boy. So they got a whole story where they went over to Paris and they read in the paper, authorities say there's a monster in the sewers. So they go down there, and the moment Herman Munster came out of the water, out of the sewer, carrying a goddamn rubber monster, I was like, I'm done, man. I'm done with this shit. I don't know what you're doing.
That big rubber.
I was like, no, hell no. Looking like he just won a prize at the carnival or something. I was like, I'm done, man. I ain't got time for this. I said, I know you being campy, and I know this is supposed to be, that's supposed a lot of this supposed to look phony, but goddamn it, no. Man, this is and the only reason why I say it because again, if this was short, I could have been done.
Right.
That's the problem with this, man. If you keep this should have been a show. 4 episodes at most. And they should have been like the original Munsters, man. It should have been 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah. And
you could tell that, and the reason why I say that this should have been a show is because, the hell, they didn't give Rob Zombie a whole lot of money, but they gave him way too much time. If this is sometimes that's just as valuable as money, man, at least for me. Because what happens here is that if it's 30 minutes, he would have been forced to tell self-contained stories, wrap them up, make them make sense. The jokes would have been snappier.
Right.
That's what's missing here. Things just don't snap. Things just aren't snappy. You can be as campy as you want to, but if you're going to do that, puns and campy humor is not meant to be elaborated on.
Right.
They're meant to go quick, so you can get a nice laugh. That's why people laugh at puns. Yeah, because it goes so quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's in and it's out.
Yeah, if you ever notice that if somebody tells a pun real quick, if they give you like a quick reply, it's funnier that way. Being 25, 30 minutes would have forced them to do that. Pick up their pacing, making things snappier, keeping things tighter.
And it sounded like he was just, or at least the editor was just too in love with it all and wouldn't let it go.
Everything was very precious to them in this, it feels like, and they didn't want to cut a whole lot. One of the biggest problems with this is the end. These fools, they don't even get to the Munster house until the end of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, they get to the neighborhood about the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And then it just ends. I wish I could tell you how it ends. I mean, because it ain't much. I can tell you in 2 seconds how it ends. Okay. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Go away. I'll give me about a minute.
Ain't nobody going away. Goddamn Rob Zombie.
But if you want to hear it, I'll tell you. But so there's also this story, in between them getting married. There's this other story where Lily has a werewolf brother.
Okay.
He owes some money to an old gypsy woman who also wants to open up a club or something where where Grandpa's castle is.
Okay.
So he gets Herman to sign over the deed. And so when they sign over the deed, they're like, where we going to live? Where we going to go? My idiot son-in-law, he signed over our castle. And that's when they realize at the end that they need to move. And so they find a realtor, and then that's when they go to the Munster house that everybody knows.
Right.
At the very end of the movie, werewolf bro, he comes in and he says, because when he actually gets Herman to sign the deed, he takes some money that the gypsy gives him. He's like, I'm going to Vegas where I can triple my winnings. Everybody's like, oh, this dumbass, he's gonna lose all this money. At the end, he comes back when they're looking at the house, when they finally get the house, and he says, hey, I went to Vegas. I tripled my winnings. And hey, here's your cut right here. And Herman's like, I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. The end. That is it. I don't know if that's a setup for part 2. I don't know.
That's a sequel.
That's a shitty setup. That is it.
Yeah.
I'm rich. Not even we're rich. I'm rich. And they just cut. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, man. That's actually what they do that at the end. He says, oh, look at all this money. I'm rich. Freeze right here. I was giving you a chance to do this right, man. I said, I'm going to give it to the end. There's some things I was praising this for. I would say, this is going to be kind of a low rental, but for these kids out there and for Rob Zombie's love of this show, I said, I'm going to give it to you because your heart and your ass is in this. But no, you going to do that shit to me at the end? You want to pull some shit? Okay, then fine. Not exactly. Maybe a personal one, but this is some old bullshit.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's just too long.
I'm sorry, man. I honestly feel bad for you.
It's just I'm just doing this as almost as some tough love because I really it's almost a respectful some old bullshit, man. Because I know you were trying to do right, and a lot of things you did.
Well, gosh, all this you're telling me, like them getting to the house and getting set up, that's everything I'm actually interested in. I thought all this other stuff was just maybe the first 30 or 45 minutes, and then we get to the house and actually start being the Munsters.
Well, that's perfect for you, Mark, because that lasted about 2 minutes. So you can just spend a couple of minutes with this movie and get exactly what you need.
Oh, no.
I had to stay here for like an hour and 40 minutes with them. Acting a goddamn fool. I feel bad giving it that because I know that he meant well with this, and I know he tried. But just work on the comedy for something. Hey, man, I would even say this. Take the criticisms that people are giving you. Don't be upset about it. I'm trying not to be shitty with this. I know because that's what I do. I make jokes and, sometimes those come off bad, come off like an asshole type of person. But take everything that people criticize us for. Work with an editor. Maybe work with some writers who can, you write it if you want, but work with some writers who can come in and punch up a joke or cut a joke short.
Yeah.
And then make a sequel, man. We're at the house now.
That's true.
Yeah, we're seeing what people like the Munsters for, interacting with humans and humans freaking out. And
that's what it is. Because them interacting with other monsters in Transylvania, okay, boring. I'll watch what we do in the shadows. but you tell me they get right when they get to the stuff I want to see and it cuts off.
That's the end. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. I've been waiting for this the whole time. I mean, it's cool to get the story and everything, but we could have got that story a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, boy. boy. No, you mean...
Like I said, I feel like I got lobotomized watching it. Yeah, please make another one. Please make another one. There's a lot of things.
That, man, be careful what you wish for. You need to stop rubbing that lamp.
I just feel bad, man. Man, make another one. Let's see. Let's see what we can do next time.
Quick get a friend with some more bullshit when he wants another one.
Yeah, I want to see him do well, man. I do. I really do. And I don't know how this is going to do. This might work for some people. I'm talking about my experience, my opinion. I really want this to work for somebody, and I want it to work for more people if you can do another one. Try it, man. I mean, this costs about $50 anyway.